Let's welcome John.
Toastmaster evening, Selena and Louis, and most welcome our fellow Toastmaster and most welcome guests. It's my honor to be tonight's general evaluator. The later parts I will conduct 3 sessions, and the first will be the individual evaluation session. And this session is very educational. Not only you can speak well, and you can learn from the individual evaluator because they can give you some suggestions for good parts and also for some part you can improve. So now I will invite tonight's individual evaluator, and the first one is Grace Wu. And Grace is from Far Eastern International Bank. She's analyst of direct office, and her title for Toastmaster Club is VPPR, the public relationship, and she's going to evaluate our annual speech, and the objective for C5 speech is your body speaks. Okay. And tonight's our theme is high school. So Grace, please come forward and share your high school first, and later evaluate our annual speech. So please join me and welcome Grace.
Good evening. My name is Grace from Far Eastern International Bank, and our meeting is on the third Wednesday every month. Welcome to join us. My high school life was a long way ago, so not quite really remembered. I only can remember that we have to study very hard for the entrance exam for college. So every day we have to study like till 11 or 12 o'clock every day. Yeah, I believe you all experience this period. So right now I'm going to evaluate Annie. Annie, wow, your speech was very interesting and amazing. Why you all laugh? Okay, yeah, that's very interesting. You talk about that you met your friends and you use your body language to act interaction and the activities during your college life. High school life, right? Okay. And this brings us into that period. We can experience and see what you had experienced in that period. That was very awesome. Second, I like your tones. You speak the way Mr. Slow taught, and this made us a difference between him and others, which made us your speech more interesting. Lastly, the structure. You introduce how you met Mr. Slow and the way you interact with each other, you and him. And finally, how he changed your life in some way. A very good flow that brought us into your story. Very good. Honestly, there is barely I can make suggestions for you. If I really have to say is, maybe we could walk a little bit on the stage when there's no body movements, like from the right to the left or left to the right, just a little bit that make your audience have the interact, your audience attention on you. And second, since your speech is for a humorous contest, I think maybe we could talk about a little bit more that the experience, how the experience changed your life. Because the difference between funny and humorous is that humorous will not only makes people laugh, but brought the meaningful ideas to your audience. Overall, your speech was fantastic, and I believe you will win the contest. Good luck. Gender evaluator.
Thank you, Grace. I believe that any can learn from Grace individual evaluations. Now, just because it's a demo meeting, so only have one speaker. Regularly, our Toastmasters meeting, at least we have 3 speakers. So our members have, the opportunity to practice, to deliver speech, on the stage. So learn by doing. From that process, and you can just improve English. So I believe that how many demo speech we have for TMU Toastmasters? Okay, only 2. So next time you come to our meeting, and you can just learn or observe the speakers on stage, and then you can improve English. Now we're going to the very educational sessions. We call the language evaluation sessions. Okay, yeah. So now we have the second timer and our counter report. Please, timer.
For Leslie, 1 minute, 9 seconds. Sharon, 1 minute, 6 seconds. 1 minute, 6 seconds. And Nicole, 2 minutes, 6 seconds. Grace, 3 minutes, 16 seconds. No, 16.
16. So all of them are qualified, right? All of them are qualified? Okay, yeah, so I qualified. So now we have our counter report, please. Second report.
Variety section. Continue the topic section. Leslie, 1 up. Sharon, 0. Nicole, 0. Grace, 2 ups.
Thank you. So give those speakers a big applause, please. So now we're going to the language evaluation sessions. And last week we invited a native speaker, Professor Val. So one of our members said, you want to improve your English, you come to the occasions and you can talk to native speaker, and you can just improve very quickly or just very helpful. So now we're going to invite tonight our language evaluator is Sean Shu, and he's from ARE Elite Toastmaster, and his Toastmaster title is DTM, and whole name is Distinguished Toastmaster. It's highest recognition of our Toastmaster Club. Now he is an IT engineer, and it's our honor to invite him to just evaluate our speakers, no matter your word usage, your grammar, or your pronunciations. So please welcome our tonight's language evaluator, our Shan Shu, come forward, and please just share our tonight's theme first, your high school days. So please give him a big applause.
Junior evaluator, my dear fellow Toastmasters, good evening.
Good evening.
When I was in senior high school, I was a very famous student in my school, and I was also a very notorious student because I cut class. I skipped class all the time, and I also served as president for 1 semester. And I was truly a professional athlete in school because I played baseball, basketball, volleyball, and even table tennis. And I was a leader of school baseball team for 1 year. Yes, as you can see, I'm so short, right? But short is nothing. All right. Tonight, I'm going to share with you my language evaluation into 4 parts: in pronunciation, enunciation, grammar and usage. So the first letter of those four words, P-E-G-U, P-G-U, okay. Pronunciation, enunciation, grammar and usage, easy to remember. Next time, when you are listening to someone's English, you can evaluate that person's language by using this P-E-G-U. Alright, first, pronunciation. Try to pronounce each consonant, the last consonant of each word as clearly as possible. For example, come to the stage, come to the stage, come to the stage. And Toastmasters, actually a person is a Toastmaster. And if we describe a group, a collection, we say Toastmasters. Toastmasters is a collective noun. And manual, we have manual, very big books, manual. About second part, enunciation, we evaluate other people's speech, evaluate. So the syllable is on the stress is on the second syllable. Evaluate, an evaluator, but not evaluator, alright? And evaluation. And I am unique. So the stress is on the second syllable, unique, not unique. Very important, because you know what unique means. E-U-N-U-C-H, eunuch. If you say this, I am a eunuch. Eunuch is 太监. Alright, very important. Okay, I am unique. Second, okay, the stress is on the second syllable. And a very big activity we called event, but not event. The stress is on the second syllable. Alright, grammar. Please take a look at the bingo. Yes, the bingo sheet. What you have done in high school. Actually, the last symbol should be a period instead of a question mark. If you use a question mark, the sentence should be, what have you done in high school? What you have done in high school is not a question sentence. And there are some errors in the sheet. So, for example, like a singular and plural noun forms, and the past and the present tense. All right. Next one, share. I share something with you. I share something with you, or I share with you something. Okay, share with somebody. Share something with somebody. Share with somebody something. And about unreal condition, hypothetical sentence. If life was a movie, should be if life were a movie. If you describe something unreal in a hypothetical sentence, remember, even a singular noun, you still have to use word. If life were, blah, blah, blah. Go to movie theaters means I go to a movie theater to meet someone there. It doesn't mean that I go there to watch a movie. So if you want to say go to see a movie, you can say see a movie, or go to a movie, or go to see a movie, or even some people say go see a movie. Go see a movie is a lazy English. It's not a formal one. So the formal one should be go to see, right? Somebody say go get it. Actually, it should be go to get it. But in a daily conversational English, it's okay. You say go get it. About usage, FEIB stands for Far Eastern International Bank. Okay, I'm trying to promote your club. No problem. And a very critical one. What a coincidence, or a cliche movie. and report all my findings is very formal English. Ladies' night. And we use a lot of adjectives to describe something. For example, marvelous, awesome, interest, fantastic. And a movie goer, we just saw it, a movie goer, like a person who likes movie very much. Alright, and in grades evaluation, she uses a lot of good way to evaluate someone. For example, if I really have to give you, if I really have to share something, maybe we can do something. Instead of you didn't do something. Alright, so in Toastmasters we can learn a lot of things to compliment people. And the last one is an apple a day keeps the doctor away, right? So a Toastmasters a week keep your stage fright away. Remember, very important. So for all freshmen, if you make a decision, make up your mind to jump into this big circle tonight, I believe Toastmasters a week make your stage fright away. You will be totally different in the future. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Sean. You really just give us a lot of feedback, and we can learn from you. However, we don't have enough time, so we just cannot fully share your observation and your suggestions. I just believe that our EVP or some officers can get our language evaluation reports, can put on our agenda. So we can learn more from you. Now we're going to the last session is the general evaluation sessions. And this session, the purpose is to have the club, the meeting could be more successful, can just let our meeting have a high quality so we can learn more and have fun more in the meeting. So now I'm going to give you my humble suggestions for your improvements. The first things, when I went to entered the room, I just surprised, the full house get, members at meeting tonight. So first, I want to just salute our officers, and please, the officers present up. Our IDP Jimmy, our President Gary, present up. All officers stand up, please. So you can see that. So we have the President Gary and EVP Selena, our MVP Fanny, our PR Annie, and the Secretary Agents, Treasurer Peggy, Andrew, Sergeant Young, and IDP Jimmy. And they did a great job, so give them a big applause. I just remember last year, we just tried the new club last November, and I'm a sponsor. Last time we don't have so many students or the members in our clubs, and this year difference just because our officers, their efforts and their energies and their hard work. So now we can see a lot of people here. So they did a very good job. And I just observed that very good receptions there. So people coming and they can just give you the agenda and also can just answer you some questions. And the second is prepare very good agendas. So everyone get agendas. You can know what's going to happen tonight. And during the intermission you have food. That's very important one. It means that our club have money. So we can prepare some food for our member. And last year, we don't have anything. Okay, is that very good? And the second, I would say that the theme, very good tonight. Our two very important persons tonight is our TME, Selena and Louis. So they just conduct a meeting, very interesting, and then us enjoy what we're going to have tonight. So they did a wonderful job. So again, please give Selena and Louis a big applause. time, Louis just asked me how can he be a good TME? I just answer him that you'd better know your guest when you want to introduce each assignees. You know their background. You make this very interesting, and so they are impressed. I mean, the audience very impressed, and also you just keep the meeting very high, and they enjoy the meeting. You'll be very successful. So try to do it. Okay. And next, I would say our peppers tonight is Rico and Hava, and they did a wonderful job. I would say that first thing is, time comes is very important. So I suggest next time you bring a band. So when someone overtime, just ring the bell, and they can just learn from this. And second, for our art counter, I knew that each club we have, for the art, you just make a mistake, you'll be punished, you will fine. So $2 for each art. I just suggest you can do that because our club is not rich, right? We need to collect money, right? Okay. So do that, and the minimum and the maximum maybe $30, $80. So collect money, and then you can about that. And for the speaker, they did a wonderful job, and I just want to say that Annie, where's Annie?
Yes.
Say, okay, you improved a lot. Last year when I saw Annie, maybe she'll be very nervous and cannot speak like tonight very frequently. And actually, tonight's objective is body speaks. So not only speak, use your voice, also use your body. She did a wonderful job. And my student, Eva, her sharing is very touching, and I'm very proud of her. And I don't know that she already joined the Toastmaster, and she expect she can meet her Miss Right in Toastmaster. I promise you will do it. Because one of my students, she met her Miss Right. Okay, and for the variety sessions, we call it "Don't Call Me" session. It means that if you can just do a good job in this session, you must be very experienced and be very calm. So I suggest for officers, next time, maybe you don't just call those that freshman women or just new members, and all your officer can take the assignment, like Jimmy or like Adrian's there. They can just demonstrate how to be a good tabletop speaker. Because my experience is if some member they don't do the good preparation, and when you call him or her and they come here very nervous, and next time he or she will not come again. Okay, you scare them. It's not a good demo, right? So try to do that. And I saw the red board, so I have faster. I would say that language iterations. I suggest our agenda. For our new members, we just put our officers' duty, job description on the back of the agenda. Maybe next times we will try to put that the language iterations report and also the general evaluation reports for your improvement and also for a member's reference, and they can learn from the language evaluator and also from the general evaluation master. And finally, I would say that all the students join the Toastmaster, you have to take advantage and grab the opportunities. During intermission, I just heard most of our members or the students speaking Mandarins. Okay, it's a shame, you come here, you have to speak in English. Try to practice your English, and just take advantage of this opportunity to speak up. Okay, so first time you cannot speak very fluently, it doesn't matter. It will be better and better. Just use the English. And the second, I would say that our officer teams, and because last time I also be the German evaluators, there's also something wrong because the original your assignee they disappear. So I suggest that it's better confirm them with phone, not only by email. confirm with the phone and then know they will come or they cannot come and can do something. Okay, I'm over time, so I appreciate that all officer and all the members. I enjoyed tonight's meeting very well. So I can return my control to our Toastmaster of evening.